Yeah, I totally forgot that Little Nightmares 3 comes out today. Um, Super forgot. I would have done this a lot earlier so that I could play 3 today if I'd known, but I doubt I'm going to uh, get any spoilers on it anyway, so I'll just play it like next week or something. I don't remember if I played the DLC for this game. Oh yeah, freaking masks. Because I played this game when it came out, and then once again later, and I think that's it. I played Little Nightmares 1 and 2 each once, and Little Nightmares 2 didn't really have DLC. It had like a little extra that was just for a hat, but I think that's it. Yeah, I don't care. When was the last time I fucking played this game? Literally, like, maybe a year after it came out. When did this come out, anyway? Was it, like, 2017 or something? I feel like that's correct, because I think Little Nightmares 2 came out in 2020. It was, like, significantly later. Like, if I remember correctly. It was, like, 5 years later, I think? Maybe I'm misremembering that. There is actually a third Little Nightmares game already. It's called Very Little Nightmares. And it's a super prequel. It takes place on an island, I think. You're trying to escape it. You're not playing as Six. You're playing as a different character from whom Six got her raincoat. Because Little Nightmares, so far, is the one that takes place furthest in the story. Because Little Nightmares 2 is a prequel to Little Nightmares. And Very Little Nightmares is a prequel to Little Nightmares 2, so what the hell? I would also play that, but my phone has almost no fucking memory on it. Why am I already wearing the fox mask? My phone has, like, almost no memory on it, and I don't really have a way to record off my phone at the moment. Man, I don't remember how to play this fucking game. Alright, it's the triggers to grab stuff. Crouch with the other one. As long as the game doesn't need me to use my fucking... Right. Oh, yeah, I forgot you have a lighter in this game. Oh, and it's X to run? That's interesting. Y does nothing. Alright, cool enough. Yeah, you don't have a lighter in Little Nightmares 2. You have a flashlight, but only in certain sections. The game in Little Nightmares 2 actually gives you, like, a variety of different items that, like, kind of replace your flashlight from time to time. Yeah, there's that little problem with Little Nightmares where it, like, your character kind of, like, fits around or fritzes out when you're trying to, like, maneuver them on a, like, corner and stuff. But yeah, no, Little Nightmares 2, you do have a flashlight for certain parts of it, but I think, like, because you have the flashlight, and then it gets replaced by the TV remote, and then the TV remote breaks, and you just don't have anything for a little bit. Man, I have not played Little Nightmares in a long time. I need to get back into the thoughts of how it actually works. Also, for the Maw being a ship, it makes very little sense to me, because it's enormous. Like, I guess it's technically more of a floating island, because it goes so far down. But, yeah. It's comparable to size to, like, Rapture, I would say. I forget how you throw things. Yeah, and then you press. Okay. I don't think I have many of the achievements in Little Nightmares, if I'm being honest. I think I have, like, 3. It's, like, the one for completing the game. I think there's one for, like, a specialty interaction with an object or something. And then I can actually just look. Yeah, I'm installing the demo because I didn't play it earlier. Oh, I've got 6. Ah, that's a bit on the nose. Beat it on hardcore or whatever. Oh yeah, Little Nightmares is one of those games where it doesn't actually tell you what you're unlocking with the achievements. Yeah, these are all for the DLC. Because they're all stylized. Phantasy Star does it the other way around, where it tells you what the achievement is for unlocking before you unlock it, and then once you unlock it, it replaces what you unlocked with flavor text. Hey, you see a guy who's killed himself in fucking in the second game around this point too. Oh wait, I need the chair. I was gonna fucking have Six not wearing a hat for most of the game, so you can see that she's got like a kind of like fucking, you know that mop cut that shows up a lot in anime on background characters where it like covers their eyes. Fucking Goblin Slayer has a character like that, I believe. And that show about the dude whose sister is like the hero and she has like no emotions or whatever, and he goes to become like a pharmacist or something. No, there's a background character in that who has it. Also fucking Chris from Deltarune, but I don't like Deltarune, so I'm not bringing it up as an example. Also, I had a haircut like that for a pretty significant amount of time. I think it was my first year in middle school, and when my hair was growing back after I had a buzz cut. I've had a lot of weird hairstyles throughout the years. I very, very briefly had a mohawk, but then I fucking stopped because some other people I knew had mohawks and I didn't care for them very much. Those guys were assholes. Yeah, the first enemy in fucking Little Nightmares is the Leech. And unlike Little Nightmares 2, there's no way to fucking fight anything in this game. Hey, it's the gnomes. Oh shit. I forgot about this. Ah, fuck. I was hoping I could get through this area without dying. Yeah. This is not gonna help me, because I am very colorblind, as I once again reiterate. So I'm gonna have a hard time seeing where those things are. Just like real life. That's why, my chest rig, I have a flashlight mounted to my fucking, shoulder at all times. Basically so I can just fucking pull it up whenever I need to see something. It's pretty useful. I also tend to have a hard time seeing in specific colored lighting, like yellow lighting. Everything feels kind of washed out. Where in white lighting, I tend to be able to see colors a bit better. I guess that makes sense. What was that? Isn't it sodium lamps that fucking cause you to like lose the ability to determine fucking shades and stuff? That's kind of how I see things most of the time, though, so it's not that much of a difference. I remember I was watching a video on a guy who was using a sodium lamp, and it was just like, this isn't really changing a whole lot, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I remembered, because there's no way for you to make that without, fucking, doing the, jump. See? I remember some of this stuff. I remember that puzzle fucking took some people a few minutes, even though it's a super simple one. But yeah, the maw is, like, stupid gigantic. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's kind of insane how large the maw is. It's like the size of Manhattan Island. Yeah, I can't help but compare a lot of places in video games to New York because it's one of, like, it sticks out in my memory as being one of the largest cities I've lived in. Because I lived in both Chicago and New York for a while. I mean, I was born in Chicago, you know, but, I lived in New York in, like, 2005. As I've mentioned several times about, when I went there, when I went to the Empire State Building, it was just after the King Kong movie had come out, the, Peter Jackson one. And fucking, I was so annoyed that no one fucking, oh right, it's behind the door, isn't it? I'm a fucking I forgot. I was so annoyed that because I went up and I was like, King Kong is on the fucking Empire State Building, but what I meant was there's an inflatable King Kong they put up there as a promotional thing. And my fucking parents were like, oh yeah, haha, whatever. And it's like, no, I was pointing at it and they just wouldn't fucking. It's like I felt like I was insane. I know it's like an incredibly minor thing, but it's the whole no one listens to me thing that like just keeps coming back into fucking oh right, I forgot. You have to. Isn't this the one where you have to like hide from the thing, or am I misremembering that? Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, wait, no. I'm thinking of inside. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, I was thinking of, It's really weird that the controller vibrates when 6 climbs things. I don't entirely understand that. Wait, it was still on? What the fuck? I pulled the lever. You saw it. This is some bullshit. I'm not gonna take this slander from you. But yeah, the screen is constantly tilting, not just for dynamic effect, it's because we're on a ship. I know the game wants to treat that like it's a secret or something, but it's not, and I'm not gonna respect that kind of fucking withholding of information, because it's the most obvious goddamn thing in the world. I forget what the fastest path through this room is. I know the train is there to trip you up, because it is. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the symbolism in the first game is a little weird. If I remember correctly, Little Nightmares was originally going to be called, like, It Hungers or something. Or, like... I don't remember, because I remember a large part of this game's theme is about gluttony and appetite and whatever. But I don't remember the significance of why. Because the second game is about the signal. And trust and stuff. And that's a little bit more clear in everything that's happening. Oh, right, I have to climb the cage, I forgot. Yeah, a lot of Little Nightmares, like, level design is purely, like, baked into its visuals, and it can be a little confusing sometimes when you're not, like, paying attention, which, since I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, is a little, like, eh. It's also never really explicitly cleared, like, where any of these things come from or why it's built this way. Like, what is the Maw? Ostensibly, it's a giant fucking kitchen. Why? I don't know. So the vampire lady can have a healthy supply of people to eat, I guess? It's so fucking bizarre. Like, it's obviously, like, there's a lot of, like, different themes going on, but I don't really get it. Then again, I'm kind of stupid, and I also don't share the same kinds of values that, like, I think most people do about literature. Because I care a lot about aesthetics and character motivations in regards to, like, the tangible. Because I'm a very materialistic person. I think it's part of it comes from the fact that I've had, like, a lot of, let's call it materialism training. And I find it, like, difficult to value... I find it difficult to value things that aren't fucking like immediately, well, valuable, or like things that I personally like because they appeal to me over stuff that's intangible, like romantic attraction or fucking, you know, other stuff like that. Like, if I complete something, I'm much more comfortable getting a physical or at least some kind of tangible reward than a sensation of, you know, yeah, I did the thing, or someone likes that I did the thing. It's like, I don't really care what someone thinks about me doing something more than getting something out of it, you know. Maybe I'm just weird, but like, because like, I like the idea of romantic attraction. I quite enjoy romance stories, but I don't really care for romance as like a thing in the real world, and I have a hard time believing that it actually like functionally exists. Mostly because I've not seen a single like actual example of it in my, you know, life. Because I mean, every single person I've ever met who was married has been divorced. Literally every single one. I've not met a fucking person who's, I guess my grandparents are the only example, literally. And I wouldn't exactly call their relationship like a loving one. They kind of just exist in the same, or existed in the same location. It also probably doesn't help that my grandparents were like hyper religious, or at least my grandmother was. I can never tell if my grandfather was. He mostly just watched baseball and played fucking cards on like that electronic poker machine thing that he had. He didn't care for gambling, he just liked cards, which is the interesting thing that I noticed. But yeah, no, like, attraction, lust, sure. Literally have never, like, seen an example of love. I don't understand the concept. It's so fucking bizarre and foreign to me. It's like that whole thing where I don't really understand emotions, but I know what they're supposed to look like based on examples in media and what people have told me. I'll reiterate, I was the fucking kid when I was in school, in primary school, that had to fucking go to classes to teach me what facial expressions meant because I didn't understand them. I had cue cards that had different facial expressions on them because I didn't know what they meant. So I couldn't tell if people were upset or happy with me, or fucking, like, angry, based on their body language or, like, the sound of their voice or anything. Which is often, I think, part of the reason why, when I'm talking sometimes, my appearance will be completely divorced from, like, whatever emotion I am trying to convey. Like, my voice could sound happy, and I'm, like, pissed off, or the vice versa. Or, like, it probably doesn't come through in audio, but when I'm talking, my face is a completely deadpan expression pretty much all the time, regardless of what I'm saying. And some people find that weird. That's part of the reason why I wear a mask when I'm outside, is because people find my fucking expression weird as shit when I'm talking to them. They think I'm pissed off all the time, regardless of whether I am or not. I actually got complaints at work because customers said I was glaring at them. So, you know, whatever. I also wear a mask because my fucking, you know, lungs are, like, melted. But I don't really understand fucking human emotion and facial expressions and all that stuff. Still, even. It also doesn't help that I can't really tell what people are saying when they're talking if I'm not looking at their lips. Which is part of why I ask people to repeat themselves so often. Oops. Why did you not jump, Six? You heard me press the button. I'm pretty sure that picked up on the microphone. I am using my wireless controller, so it's possible that was just a failed input, because this controller is falling apart in real time. I also discovered recently that there was a crack on my Vita by the charging port, which I'm not happy about. Because aside from that, my Vita's in, like, perfect condition. So that's kind of annoying to find. I forget, do I actually need this to jump across there? I'm gonna say probably. Yeah, speaking of Vita games, I'm gonna be doing a Gravity Rush playthrough at some point, and I was curious whether anyone would care if I played it on the original Vita version of the game. Ooh. No, wait, shit. I fucked that up. Whatever. I was curious if anyone wanted me to play the original Vita version of the game, or if they cared if I played the re-released version that was on PS4. I don't super care either way. I kind of just want to play the game because I think it's a cool game. The PS4 version has some like extra DLC stuff that I think I have. I know I at least have the Phantasy Star DLC. How come it didn't bring me back by this checkpoint? What the fuck? Lame. But the Vita version has some extra cool shit because it's a Vita game, and it has gyro control for some of the cutscenes, and it has fucking touchscreen dodging, which is kind of interesting. It's a little clunky, but I think it's a cool touch. No pun intended. And I haven't actually played a lot of the PS4 version, so it's entirely possible that some of those features still exist. Also, didn't the PS4 have a thing where you could use the Vita as a controller for your game? So, I mean, I'd probably be playing it on the PS5, and I don't know if the PS5 has Vita support, because if I'm being honest, oh right, I forgot the ladder is not actually a part of the fucking level. Because I don't know if the Vita has support on the fucking... The Vita is such a weird console, because it spanned 3 generations of fucking PlayStation. Because it was from the PS3 all the way to the PS5, I think. And... my brain is melting. I can't really think of anything else that did that, because, like, there were different versions of the DS. I don't think that counts. Same with the Game Boy. Like, the Vita, there was just the one Vita type. I mean, they put out an OLED model later, which is the one that I have. I've got the blue OLED. But, like, the PSP, like, the PSP only has PS3 support. It was supported for longer than the PS3, like, fucking, well, not longer total, but, like, the PS3 thing, you could still, like, or the PSP store was active until, like, what, 2016, I think? 17? And the Vita and PS3 stores are still active. I mean, I bought stuff on it, like, yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember what this puzzle is. Yeah, there we go. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's weird that the Vita was the same console, or the same, like, handheld was associated with multiple console generations. I can't think of any other device that was like that. Because I bought pretty much every handheld, except for the Wii U, because the Wii U sucks. No, the Wii U did have some cool stuff on it, but well, that's odd. Oh, I was thinking because they're, like, upside down, it would be difficult to, like, pull them out properly. What do I know? I will say, I'm not a huge fan of Little Nightmares, like, use the trigger to fucking, pull out. Why am I getting so many fucking messages? What the fuck? Get fuck off. I don't care. Why is Xbox sending me so many messages? This is stupid. Why can't I pull this out anymore? Yeah, because, like, the jump to fucking... It's a little finicky and, like... Eh. Especially since you're, like, trying to pull out, like, some other stuff at the same time. Wow, I cannot see a damn thing. Yeah, when this game's dark, it is fucking dark. Yeah, isn't there a collectible over here? Yeah, I think there's an achievement for letting all the gnomes out. I don't remember, though. Why would this exist? And that can't be a noose because there aren't enough loops. It wouldn't work very well, let's just say. I like how there's French drains everywhere on the ship, just in case it springs a leak. Although this does look like a shower room. Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, I don't like leeches. Not just because I have a phobia of blood loss. Alright. I still don't know what the deal with this fucking part of the game is. Like, it doesn't fit the rest of Little Nightmares' theme. I mean, I know it's the eye and whatever, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Especially, like, how does this device work? All the other things in the Little Nightmares series have kind of, like, a vague explanation as to how they work, like, at least mechanically. Like, after a fashion. But this thing is an eyeball that when it looks at you, it petrifies you like fucking Medusa. That's weird. It's like so out there compared to all of the other things. Like even the fucking TV powers in the other fucking game have like a theme, you know? This reminds me of that door in Hellboy. Oh right, shit. Also, I don't like hold X to sprint. I think that kind of sucks. Hold X to sprint is not my favorite. I would have liked to have, like... Because you do have to crouch a lot in Little Nightmares, so I understand having it on the trigger, because that's a lot easier to deal with than having it on the thumbstick or one of the face buttons, but... X to sprint, you have to run a lot, too. I guess I should be glad it's not on the bumper, because my bumpers are all fucked up, but, you know. Oh my god, this is fucking with my depth of field so hard. I can't tell if I'm gonna... I think I fell off this staircase like 4 times originally, because I couldn't tell how far I was in on it. Yeah, I'm having a really difficult time telling how far away I am from, like, most of these things. This is very stupid. Hello, now. Wait, what's upstairs? I don't remember. Yeah, don't you need to, like, bring something over to it? Yeah, because it's weirdly difficult to tell how far away you are from any particular, like, thing. Yeah, I forget. Is this the way forward, or is the other way the way forward? Because the problem with a lot of areas in Little Nightmares is that once you go into them, you're stuck on the progression route. Yeah, this feels like the way forward. I'm gonna go to the other one first. Some parts of Little Nightmares do have multiple paths. It's not common, but there are occasionally like rooms where you can go in different directions. They all lead to the same place, but it's like, oh, that's fun. I didn't know she hops down the stairs two at a time. That's kind of fun. I used to do that. It's probably why my fucking knees hurt so much now. But yeah, I used to fucking like do incredibly dangerous things to get down the stairs. You'd think I would know better considering my mom broke one of her vertebrae on a staircase once. And then fucking yelled at me for like an hour. Because of course that's my fault, right? Whatever. Oh, that's weird. Well, cameras exist at least. Yeah, aren't they raising the kids to, like, eat them or something? Which seems like a very, very fucking, like, diminishing return. You know? Like, you're not getting anything out of that. Because you have to spend all the resources feeding them, and they're not gonna get to be like, just raise fucking pigs. It's so much easier. Pigs grow really quickly. And you can feed them almost anything. Ugh, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. And everything's super tall. Yeah, Little Nightmares has a thing where they don't show, like, any character's face, like, ever. It's so weird. I had a suitcase like this. Actually, I still do. It's fucking, and there are the straps on it. It's fucking, actually underneath the right corner of my television. My television is too wide for the TV stand I have on it. Or, I have it on. I've fucking, propped up the fucking corner of it with my goddamn, was I supposed to, shit, death. I propped it up with a suitcase and a cardboard box so that it's level. But if you've ever seen I don't think I've ever posted pictures of it. My, television setup is incredibly stupid. Because I have, like, how many consoles do I plug into this? I got the PS5, Xbox Original, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox 360, Switch, my computer, and then I have I have a different Xbox 360, I have my original Xbox One, and a different PS3 plugged into what used to be my other television so that we could, because you know the games where we do co-op, a lot of the time we're actually in the same building doing co-op, and I had a TV that was next to this TV so we could sit on the same fucking, seating arrangement and play the co-op games together. And then my TV broke, and I've been needing to replace that. The only reason I have this big TV that I like so much is because my TV prior to that, I actually bought the warranty on it, and for once in my life, the warranty actually came in useful. And they gave me a significantly more expensive TV in compensation. Oof, I could feel that one. In my legs. Wow, Freudian slip. In compensation for my TV having broken. Which is a shame in some ways, because my prior TV, I really liked some of the features on it. And this is a smart TV, and while it's in 4K and that's nice and all, OBS doesn't output in 4K, or at least the card I have doesn't, because I'm using the Elgato HD60, the old one they made. And the HD60, I think outputs at 1280p maximum, so it's not even picking up the like 1980 or 1900 or whatever the fuck it is, 1920. I don't know. It's not even picking up that shit. Good throw, 6. I do have that, like, slim one, which apparently can output at 4K, but I haven't been able to get it to, like, record properly using it, so I'm not super sold on, you know, like, it doesn't work very well from what I've seen. Oh, right, I forgot I need the fucking thing. But yeah, I have three Elgato cards. I have the original Elgato one that was released in, I want to say, like 2007 or 8. And that's what I used to record my PS3. And then I have the HD60, which is... Wait, do I need to be in the other one? Dude, in the fucking box. I have the HD60, which is what I use for recording most of my stuff generally. Oh, is it not triggered yet? And then I have the Slim, which is sitting on my desk. 3, 2, 1. Oh, really? I thought, I guess that must be later. Huh. Yeah, I guess the elevator scene is later. What was I talking about? Elgato or something? Oh yeah, TV. My old TV had a sleep function where you could keep the sound on but turn the screen off, and I really, really liked that because I could put on music and not have the light on if I wanted to, like, put it on while I was laying down or something. Or just while I was working, you know? It was pretty useful. This TV can't do that, which sucks. The sleep function basically just turns it off, which makes me wonder why it even exists. It also, the, like, smart TV guide pops up constantly, and I fucking hate it. Like, sometimes when I'm trying to change inputs, the guide will force itself over the input thing and prevent me from fucking being able to change it until I, like, fuck around with the menu for, like, 5 minutes. It sucks. My old one, when you press the source button, it would just go to the next fucking channel like a regular goddamn television. Remember CRT monitors, how when you press channel up, channel down, it would just do it? It didn't have to deliberate and decide if that's what you really wanted to do. I think the thing I hate most about modern technology is trying to make everything think for you and be all convenient. I just want technology to do what I do, or do what I tell it to do when I tell it to do it. I want when I press a key, the key does what the key's supposed to do when I press it. I don't want it to pull up a submenu or, like, tell a computer to think about doing what I want. I want it to just do the fucking thing. Like, it's so annoying. You know? Like, I hate that in, like, modern cell phones and televisions and computers and everything. I don't want it to be more quote-unquote convenient. I just want it to work the way it's intended to work when I try to use it. Because, like, so many times I've tried to do something and the thing just fucking falls apart, tripping over itself, trying to be convenient. That's why I turn off tooltips and assisted everything whenever possible. What was I saying? I mean, I guess this TV does get, like, free fucking channels for some stuff. It defaults to the anime channel, which I find interesting. But it's basically just playing, like, Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, like, Hunter x Hunter 24/7. Sometimes Inuyasha. There aren't even commercials, which I find weird. It's just anime every single day forever. My brain was thinking I needed to prop the door open, but I remembered about the fucking swinging. Yeah, shut up. I'm literally doing it. I don't need your pity. Can I turn tooltips off? I don't like it when video games do that. Where, like, when I'm doing the thing, and then it's like, oh, do you need help doing the thing? Fuck you. Especially in puzzle games, you know? Oh, can I not light that? It's a fucking candle. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember the significance of whether or not there's even a point in doing that. But... eh. Yeah, I think that first one is scripted. Fucking Nightingale floors, man. Also, if you can't hear my controller. I don't know if that's picking up, but yeah. Thanks for these guys not fucking it up for me. I know some people wouldn't have that restraint. Oh, I thought that was the part where he goes in reaching for you. Shoes. Not yet? The light shouldn't matter, he's blind. Time for Amnesia Water Monster. But shoes, for some reason. One day, video game people will learn that shoes are not a liquid. Because they're not. They are not a liquid. 6 will also look at fucking where the thing is, which is kind of weird. So you can kind of get like a vague idea of where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I remember this one being kind of difficult. Goodbye, Amnesia Water Monster. I feel like I'm the only person in the world who doesn't like the water monster. I think it kind of sucks. Like, I get what they're going for, but oh crap, I got caught up in the geometry. Really? That fucking sucked. Should it not be able to hear me with this fucking fan? I don't remember if I picked the right one. Thanks, gnomes. I appreciate you sacrificing yourselves for the greater good. This fucking mask just makes me look like fucking, what's that mask from, Majora's Mask? The one that is the Keaton mask? I don't remember. It's been too long. Oh, right. Good thing that wasn't like a super fucking tall drop or anything. Oh, am I not going that way? Fair enough. Bye, gnome. Oh, wait, shit. That doesn't feel like a grab prompt. Also, isn't having brickwork on a fucking boat a bit weird? Spoon. Man, I'm kind of hungry. I should get something to eat later. Ah. Did you hear that? Oh, whatever. The fuck was I doing? I don't remember how to get out of this place. Oh, wait, I just go back up. Wait, shit, how do I get out of here? I don't remember. Oh, right. Because there's carpet. I like his short, stumpy legs. Like, what the fuck? Why is everyone in Little Nightmares such a fucking freakazoid? Ah, it sucks. Hey, it's one of those squeeze doll things. Oh, right, I remember what I'm supposed to be doing. kind of weird they're all rooted to a spot. Saw that coming. Six, get in the fucking vent. The game will exaggerate how long his arms are later, by the way, in a fucking stupid fucking manner. Because, like, logically speaking, he should not be able to reach into these vents, yet he will. He will. Where do all the fucking shoes keep coming from? You can do better than that, Six. Oh. Of course that had to happen while I was fucking... This fucking limp-wristed motherfucker. Six, you're really letting down the team. And I'm not just saying that because you're 4 inches tall. Or maybe everyone's just gigantic, I'm really not sure. It's actually really hard to tell what the scale of things is supposed to be in Little Nightmares. Like, genuinely. Hey, no, stop it. What the fuck, Six? Why would you do this to me? Whatever. Why does it start me at the bottom of the bookshelf? That's so fucking weird. Yeah, the checkpoints in the second game are definitely a lot more, like, they make sense because they put you, like, where you think you would be. There are one or two that are pretty fucking rough, though. If I remember correctly, you can actually make this to the top part without landing on the keyboard if you're, like, you have split-second timing. But my timing sucks, see? Oh, yeah, okay, no, that works. The books should be falling out on their own, let's be honest, with some of these angles. Also, impressive display of finger dexterity, Six. I don't think I'd be able to fucking support my weight on, like, a fucking sheer ledge for that long. Granted, you probably weigh, like, 1 ounce. Is that a unit of weight? No, it's a unit of volume. 36 grams. Wait, that's a unit of mass. Shit. Fucking whatever, man. Nothing matters. If I remember correctly... I don't like how he kind of just auto zooms in on you. And then, not fun. Whatever. Yeah, don't worry, Six. It was just a nightmare. You'll get over it. Living with PTSD is fine. It doesn't, like, prevent you from sleeping without medication or anything. I don't even understand what he's looking for. The paprika? Been recording for about an hour. I could probably get this done before upload time. Granted, I need to save myself like about an hour or so for renderings. Hey, that's the music box. That music box is in the sequel. Let's just play it safe. Oh, fuck off! This is slanderous. You heard no such thing, sir. Why does he own so many books if he's blind? They can't all be Braille. If I remember correctly, the music box fucking plays the main game. Oh, fuck you. Piss and vinegar. Yeah, I don't like that. That feels like it was completely not my fault. I crouched down and my hitbox got wider. My ass is too fat. Ugh, whatever. Shows what I know. And of course he doesn't go after the fucking thing, despite it being the larger of the two noises, and the game having made me use that exact mechanic earlier. No, now it doesn't work because I have to be stealthy. Whatever, man. Like, what is he even looking for here? Like, it kind of sucks that no matter where the noise comes from, he still kind of auto-tracks to your location anyway, you know? Piss. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Are you kidding? Can you fuck off? You don't mind me. Really, man? The TV did not distract him long enough. Yay, next area. Or whatever. Oh yeah, doesn't the steam just instantly kill you? Oh, right, shit. Oi. Oi, bruv. Move under your own power, damn it. Why is this card even here? I always find it interesting how people think that Little Nightmares is an indie game. It's like, it's not. It's sponsored by fucking Bandai Namco. It's just got indie energy. Like, Limbo may have started the whole thing of this style of gameplay, but personally, I think Little Nightmares is probably, like, the collection of Little Nightmares games are probably the best in genre for, like, side-scrollerly horror puzzle game. This is bullshit. Man. I'm taking a good fucking sip. I'm fucking hungry as crap, man. Why y'all gotta do me like this? Once again, I reiterate that he's fucking blind. I guess he heard the rat. Fuck you, rat. You almost sold me out. What, really? He just knows? I don't like that. He shouldn't just know. That's bullshit. Fuck you, old man. I've got longer legs than you. Oh, fuck off! That is so annoying. Like, the game wasn't letting me lock onto the part of the fucking box. Ugh. Yeah, this is basically what amounts to a boss fight in Little Nightmares. Or at least the first game. The second game actually has boss fights. Which is weird. But, because this doesn't feel like the type of game that would have that sort of thing, you know? Okay, please lock onto the fucking thing. Blarg. I mean, I guess there's technically a boss fight that's like an actual boss in this game. It's the final boss. But, you know, whatever. Ugh. Me too, Six. I'm also fucking tired as hell. But that's a permanent condition. I wouldn't want to drink any water that's in this fucking location. Yep. I probably should be facing the other way, but whatever. This reminds me of the Citadel from fucking, Ruby Slipper. From fucking Half-Life 2. I don't understand how this one works either. Shouldn't it not be able to go past the part that's supporting it? Yeah, there's the second of the Dutro antagonists, I guess. I guess it's more than two, though, so there should be a better name for it. Don't worry, Six. The kitchen lies yonder. Try not to wander into any more traps, alright? Whenever I think about people eating rats, I just think about the fucking pizza and Soul Music, like the rat pizza. Where it's like Cliff gets the fucking sandwich with the worms in it. But fucking what's his name? The other guy, the dwarf. I can never remember. He gets the fucking pizza with the goddamn rats on it. I mean, they all get a pizza later, but, like, fucking Impa Kellen's bit has eggs on it. Oh, his name's Claude. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Q theme. I'm the real monster. Fucking... Man, there are times in my life when I've had to eat way worse shit than rats. Did you know that you can starve to death? It's true. So maybe be a little bit less picky about your food sometimes. I say, as I'm like the pickiest goddamn person in the world. But that's just because of all the associated trauma. Also, I have like the inability to process iron, so I don't really care for meat all that much. And mentally, I can't really deal with the whole tearing of sinew thing. I don't want it to squirm in my teeth, actually. Thank you. For some reason, when I was a kid, those fucking lollipops with scorpions in them were super popular, and I still have no idea why. Like, there were multiple people at my school who would eat them. Like, one is weird, but, like, a bunch? The fuck? At least they're eating, like, fish right now. I do find it interesting that despite the fact that you can die super brutally in Little Nightmares, there's nothing that ever, like, you don't get gibbed like you do in Dead Space. There are very few games that match Dead Space's willingness to just brutalize their main character. I guess the Tomb Raider games, but it's all like you got impaled on a stick or you got shot in the eye with an arrow. It's not, oh yeah, you got fucking, like, you tripped a wire and now you're fucking giblets. Or you got sucked into space and your head exploded, or some fucking monster ripped your spinal column out or some shit. Mortal Kombat, I think, counts, but Mortal Kombat doesn't value any particular character. But, like, most of the character, like, fucking... Isaac is kind of the only character in Dead Space who gets it that bad. Like, all the other characters, like, Ellie gets her eye fucking torn out, but it happens off screen, and she never gets anything worse than that. Even the antagonists in Dead Space tend not to get it as hard. I mean, there's Tideman with half his face burn off, but you don't see it happen, and that's pretty tame compared to what can happen to Isaac in any of the games. It's like Dead Space refuses to let Isaac catch a break, fucking, in game over cutscenes or otherwise. Oh, fuck you. You didn't see that. There was an object between me and you. At least this one can actually lose aggro. I can't tell if that's a mask or not. I feel like it is, because you see a way, like, around the neck. At least he doesn't seem as proactive. He probably doesn't care about rats. Sorry I ruined your broil. I know you have to keep the oven open for that. You know, gruesome murders aside, this is actually a pretty nice kitchen layout. It's got good ventilation. It's got a wood-burning stove. Fucking lots of cookers. If this were in, like, a more reputable establishment, I would say this gets a pretty good grade. Floors could be a bit cleaner, but they're not, like, filthy, which is weird, you know? Tile's a good choice for a kitchen. It's easier to clean. I don't understand wood or carpeted floorings in kitchens. I mean, the house that I grew up in had fucking wood flooring in the kitchen, but I think that was more of an exception to the rule. The house I grew up in was fucking weird as shit. It had a lot of strange architectural choices. Really? Ugh. I wonder if sound matters as much in this location. I have my own volume turned kind of down. Okay, sound matters. Yeah, okay. Should I bother going through this one? I didn't the first time. I guess it's done in such a way that you could go for, like, the left or the right. That can't be a mask. It matches up with his eyes too well. Maybe they just didn't model the underside of it. Because most players wouldn't notice. How does he not see the gnomes? This is bullshit. I'm gonna sue. It's interesting that he's able to keep an eye on all of these things simultaneously. Where am I supposed to hide during that section? Yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble with this area too. It's not especially visually clear, which is kind of annoying. Fuck off. Come on, that was bullshit. Man, they can like see you around corners. Like, what the fuck? Damn, this is annoying. Yeah, just get your hands all over that. Thank you. That was quite irritating. How are you supposed to get the fucking fish up there? I think that's just bread. There has to be a way to actually get up here, or else they wouldn't put food up here. Man. Hey, what's up? Man. I don't know why 6 wasn't picking up the fucking key. That's a little annoying. It's a fun portrait. Yeah, I don't think you can fucking do that. Shout out to Mono in fucking Little Nightmares 2, who has a coat and can put his fucking keys inside of it so he doesn't have to carry them all the damn time. Not a huge fan of, you know... Yeah, now to sneak past 2 of them at the same time. My fucking favorite. Sometimes I wonder if my mask gives me away because it extends my character's silhouette, but I don't think that's how hit detection works in this game for line of sight. I think there's just a box around my character and the game checks to see if that box is poking out from behind anything. Granted, as you've seen, it's been a little fucky at times, which I'm not happy about, but I'll fucking make do. Not really sure why the door is locked. I guess that's like the fucking fridge or the pantry or something. But it's not like the security around here is super tight anyway, so what the hell? This feels like sabotage. I forget, is there a reason to be up here? You know what this reminds me of? Agatha Knife. A game where you're trying to save your butchery from going out of business so you can continue to live with and kill your animal friends. It's very strange. There's an achievement in that game for getting the maximum amount of money and then not spending it on any of the things the money is supposed to solve in that game. Like, there are puzzles you can solve with money by, like, buying an item or whatever. And you can extort money out of your friends to assist in that. And then just not spend it, which is fucking hilarious. You're just in it for the love of the game. I can respect that. Shit. Yeah, I feel like a sausage link rope would probably break, but what do I know? Man, can you imagine walking barefoot in any of these environments? Horrifying. Yeah. my finger movements are not as dexterous as they otherwise would be. I cut my finger the other day trying to pull a flechette dart out of something, and I was pulling it out with pliers, and it was taking fucking forever. And the dart snapped in half and cut my finger open. Yeah, I remembered. Fuck you. You can see the subtle twitch of his face there. Yeah, just shove it in your fucking pocket. That works. Little Nightmares is weird because it's a world that clearly has fucking technology, but it's used in such a weird way. I don't remember where the key for that door is. Yeah, the vibration on the controller does actually serve a purpose. 6's heartbeat gets faster when the enemies are closer to her, which makes sense. He's coming back upstairs, isn't he? I like how this, but there's literally no point to this fucking vent other than to hide. Be nice if I could see into the fucking room. He doesn't seem as, precise as his sibling. Okay, so that is clearly a mask. Which makes sense, I guess. Little Nightmares doesn't like showing you characters' faces very explicitly. He's not gonna move, huh? Definitely focused on his work. Okay. Thoughts and opinions. Use the key 6. And you must be thinking, like, they were going to come in here anyway, right? Because they do as soon as you open the door. So what the fuck? Whatever. Good job, 6. Is this an incinerator? Oh, now they're doing the dishes? Yeah, because this is clearly what takes priority, right? Surprised there isn't more rust, if I'm being honest. I forget what the solution to this puzzle is. And then you have to, like, go all the way to the left, I think? I don't remember. Fuck. Yeah, because you have to jump on that conveyor, but I don't remember how it was, because... yeah. I wish this pillar wasn't in the way. It's, get? And I think they just straight up see you from this point onward. The timing there was fucked. There wasn't one for me to grab. This is bullshit. Also, holding X to run sucks. Because I have to claw grip this shit. Whatever. Fuck you. Whatever, chapter cleared. I'm the best. Hello, gnome. I still don't know what the deal with the gnomes is. I once again reiterate that the maw makes no fucking sense. Ow, that is bright. Christ. I'm gonna fall off the fucking pipe. What is this oppressive volumetric lighting? I think this is around like the first time the game starts to show you the maw as like a ship in detail. Because you can hear seagulls and shit. I don't know why this tiny ladder is here, considering that most of the people on the maw are... Again, I'm not sure if I'm just small or if they're just enormous, but, you know. But yeah, see, look, it's a ship. Like, I can't even fucking see where 6 is. Holy crap. Okay, bye, I guess. Fucking Christ. Fucking depth of field. Ugh. I'm gonna eat my... whatever this thing is. This is a good pull-out moment, though, to see, like, what is going on, you know? Yeah, the maw is like a giant turtle shell. It's fucking weird. Wouldn't it be great if one of them just fell in the fucking ocean? Oh, I'd love that. Okay, so I'm about the size of a seagull. Good to know. Granted, I did see rats earlier, but rats have such varying sizes. And they're not wearing masks, they're just wearing makeup. It's all very Tim Burton-esque. It reminds me of a series of unfortunate events, you know? I feel like that movie got censored. Am I crazy? Like, I mean, like, after the fact? Like, because I remember when I saw it in theaters, that scene where the lady falls into the lake and is eaten by the leeches or whatever. I remember that being more graphic. But every version of it that I've seen on television since, or the clips on YouTube, it just skips right past it and doesn't show her, like, doesn't show anything, like, happening. Because I remember seeing, like, her falling in the water, and it was kind of like that bit in Princess Bride with the shrieking eels. But it just cuts straight past her dying. I feel like it got censored, like, after the fact. Am I crazy about this? Because I remember being, like, not upset, but it stuck with me at the time. Because I was probably way too... Because that movie is weirdly violent. And I remember it stuck with me a lot when I was a kid. Because I saw it in theaters when it came out. Because that movie is also very stylized. Cleared it. This is my least favorite part of the game. Because it's super finicky, and I just don't care for it at all. Also, super grotesque displays of gluttony like this are, like, kind of off-putting to me. I don't like them. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with a person who can eat a lot. I just don't like it when it's like... This is beyond needing to eat because you're hungry. This is when you're full and you keep eating for the sake of eating, you know? Like, they're going after the thing because it's moving, you know? Not because, like, there's food in front of them. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, I genuinely find this game to be disgusting at times. I don't even understand the point of the maw, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I like how the game tries to trick you into going up there. There's no need to. You go over here. It's so fucked. Hello, Gnome. Actually, I don't remember if you can go this way. But you know what I mean. Where even am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I think I black out this part of my memory after every time I play it because it's so... okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Alright. Yeah, I remember, because there's the bit where they're all climbing across the table and smacking shit out of the way. Everyone in this building needs to die. Because once again, like, I don't particularly enjoy the act of eating very much. I think it's a fucking chore. And if I had any choice in the matter at all, I wouldn't do it. But, like, I used to enjoy sleeping, but now sleeping sucks, so I don't enjoy that much anymore either. Yeah, if I had any fucking choice in the matter, I would fucking, like, I'm the kind of person who gets along fine just eating fucking, like, nutrient blocks like Calorie Mate, as long as I don't fucking die, you know? Probably comes from the fact that I can't taste most things, and I don't care for the texture of most things either, because I have a lot of bad memories associated with them. So I prefer when foods are like simple, like single or double ingredient. I guess it's probably just because I dislike maintenance, you know? Like, maybe that's just me. Can't I just walk through the gaps? I don't like the maw. I wish for it to be destroyed. I wish this game ended with the moss sinking into the ocean. It doesn't, but, you know, close enough. Oh yeah, there's that doll I didn't break earlier. Oh, fuck it. No time for it now. You'd think Little Nightmares would be one of those games that I would want to, like, 100%. And I thought for a while that I did, but I don't think I do, if I'm being honest. I like that it's framed in the mirror, so you know what to do. I don't know why there's a cage behind the restroom, but this place makes no sense anyway. Ow. My throat hurts. Ow, fuck off. That's the same thing that happens if you're playing with modern controls in Silent Hill, where the camera changes and your character's suddenly running a different direction. I hate that shit. How are you supposed to get that doll? Whatever, I think I missed a bunch of them anyway. Because I didn't break any in the kitchen. Good job, Six. You're a fucking champ. Man. I think I'm gonna record this video as its own thing, and then I'll do the DLC in a separate video, depending on how long they are. I'll have them each be a day, maybe. Okay, yeah, don't do that shit again. I guess that's how I do it. Okay, fair enough. Good thing you didn't hear that. I hear gnomes. If I remember correctly. Yep. Yeah, I hate this place. Oh, fuck. Why'd you turn around, 6? I hate this fucking place. It needs to be vanquished. With a prejudice. Is it a metaphor for consumerism? Who the fuck knows? The fact that no matter how much you abhor the system, you're forced to participate in it. To sate your earthly needs. That was unnecessary, 6. Never mind the fact that there's just significantly less fucking meat on the little gnome things. If they're even made of meat in the first place. I guess she needs the life force rather than the fucking meat itself. Because she's clearly got some things in common with the mistress over there. Fuck you, Mom. You don't know me. Why is there a butter churner over there? Whatever. Alcohol! I like alcohol. It's a shame I can't really drink it because my fucking heart will explode. But, you know, whatever. What I would do for an Irish car bomb. That's like drinking syrup in alcohol form. Pour Bailey's on your Lucky Charms. I think there's an achievement in this game for beating the entire thing without dying. That seems hard. Especially if you were doing a blind playthrough. I'm sure someone's done it, but not me. I'm still not 100% certain what the deal with all the iconography is. Pun. In this game. I never really got that in Little Nightmares. Like, it feels like there's a lot of clashing themes. I like that she's looking at a broken mirror. Three, two, one, blink. I guess my timing's off. I remembered her blinking out while you were in the room. I guess it's when you come back. Because she knows you're here, I just don't think she cares. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, because if I go... Oh, no, she's still here. Okay, must be when you pick up the key. Because the key's in that vase. Also, look. It me. It's not actually you, but, you know, it's fun to pretend. Who puts a key in a vase? I mean, I did once, but that was the key for my bike lock. And then I re-hid it in the clock later. Like, because I am a fucking survival horror character, as we all know. I had a chair like this once. It sucked, because the fucking nails that kept the seat in place fucking started poking through the cushion. I wonder how many of those I've missed. Probably like 3. Because I didn't get any in the kitchen. The thing is, I haven't seen any that I haven't been able to get. So it makes me wonder. I think there's 2 in every level. That makes sense. Isn't she in the corner? Like she was standing right there. It's bullshit when she's so clearly magic. Yeah, I just passed her again. She was right there. Alright, we've analyzed their weapons, armor, and skills to determine who would win a death battle. I don't remember where the mirror is. This is stupid. I love how this is the most signposted boss arena that's ever fucking existed. Like, ever. Because holy shit. It's the only room in the entire game that's just a giant fucking room. With, like, no obstructions or confusion about it. Kind of weird that she would... Also, there's a second mirror right there. I know I can't pick it up, but still. Hi, Mom. I'm going for you. You got a bloody mirror. Fuck you. This is bullshit. It'd be kind of funny if she just, like, hurled me into the distance. But that's fucking shitpost stuff. I feel like Little Nightmares has, like, an undertone of comedy that continues to exist despite how fucked up the entire universe is. What if I just left? Did she come from the same direction every time? Oh no, it's pseudo-random. That's interesting. I mean, to be fair, it's a little hard to call this a boss fight, because it's mostly just matching location. But I get it, you know, rule of 3 and all that. Does she come from, like, directly top in this last one? So it can be all cinematic? Oh, no, never mind. Fuck you! That's kind of annoying. Like, it made the sound effect of it working. Why did that take so long to load? Whatever. 3rd time's the charm, or something. Couldn't I just put my lighter on the floor? I find it interesting how the rest of the environment gets significantly darker as soon as you step into the light. Which, I'm not in the light. Like me, the viewer. 6 is. So shouldn't I still be able to see? I forgot which direction she's coming from. I guess it is pseudo-random. I thought it only took 3 things. Rule of 3 and all that. Fuck off. That is so annoying because you can't move when you're already holding the mirror up. Once you're facing it at her. Like, this is kind of just tedious at this point, you know? Like, again, it's not really a boss fight, but it is fucking annoying. Like, it's not hard, it's just, depending on where I'm standing in the circle kind of determines whether or not I'm able to get her with it in time. Because, like, I'm trying to stand in the middle of the circle so I'm equidistant from any of the locations she would show up at. But it's not really helping, because if she came from the same direction every time, I could just memorize it, no problem. But since it's pseudo-random, if I'm standing at, like, one edge of the circle, she could get me instantly. You know, if she comes... I guess the game tries to make it so that she comes from, like, the opposite direction, but that's not what it feels like. Yeah, see? Like, what the hell? Like, exactly what I said. I was too close to the edge and she got me instantly. Like, that's not a test of my skill. That's random number generation. This fucking boss fight's gonna take me half an hour. It's already 5 o'clock. I need to render this. Fuck. Shit balls and ass cock. Can't I just, like, stab her in the face or something? Why does 6 not simply shoot the lady? Seriously, though, fuck you. It also seems to be somewhat inconsistent in how much time it takes for the mirror to actually do its job. Like, it needs to line up properly or something. Yeah, Little Nightmares 1's definitely a lot more rough around the edges than the second game, but they're both kind of janky. I like them, don't get me wrong, it's just annoying. Like, it's taking slightly longer each time, but the distance between her and me isn't increasing, so what the fuck? Personally, I would have liked it if you just did this 3 times and that was it. Because there's no tension here, it's just annoying. Are these ones... Does she come from the same direction each time? Okay, for these ones, it seems like she does. So, what direction did she come from the second time? Because if it's... I just need to be Johnny on the spot with these, you know? So it was bottom right and left. Then directly at top. Well, I memorized it right when it didn't matter. Good for me. I'm a fucking genius. I wonder if anyone I watch on YouTube is gonna play Little Nightmares 3 when it comes out. I mean, Madly Badass Hero will, but... For longer games, he doesn't post the whole video. He just posts, like, clips from it. Which is like, I want to watch the whole thing. I know, I think his style of YouTube, like, probably wouldn't work in a full, like, video. Because he tends to, like, cut between the, like, highlights. But you know what I mean. Ah, I'm a vampire. are what you eat, Badum-tish. Dark quickening achieved. Man, Highlander's so fucking stupid. How do the Immortals just know, right? What do you even get when you all kill each other anyway? And if you get all their memories or whatever, after you cut their head off, what fucking, like, if someone gets decapitated in like an industrial accident and there are no other Immortals to fucking, do I have to actually hold the button down, or is this just passive? I think it's just passive. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. Like, does it just go to the nearest Immortal proximally, or does it vanish into the ether? Because the sum total of the goal in the Highlander is for there to be one Immortal who's like the sum total of all of the other Immortals or whatever. What happens when that happens, right? Like, cool, I'm the last one, now what? And how do you know you've gotten them all? Does it like a big screen pop up with your KD stats? Anyway, I've defeated the mob. Hopefully everyone here is dead. I like how this is casting Six as like the villain or whatever, but those people deserve to die. They're way worse. I mean, Six is no fucking angel, but, you know, Also, why'd the door open? Casts a long shadow. I forget if there's a post scene for Little Nightmares. I genuinely don't remember. I think there is, but it might only be if you get all the collectibles, which is possible. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do the DLC in a separate video. I don't know if they'll all be in one video. They'll probably be, I think it depends. I think they're only an hour long each, so who knows. Because this took me about 2 hours. These games are not long. And I don't think any of the DLC are as long as the main game, but I think all of them together might be, so I'll record each of them as their own video, and then I might put them together, depending on how long it takes me to do the sum total. Then I'll do Little Nightmares 2, I don't know, maybe for the weekend uploads, because that game doesn't have any DLC, it's just the one game. Granted, it is longer than Little Nightmares 1, I believe. And then, depending on how much money I have in my budget, I'll buy the third game and upload that whenever I do that. I might do that with Jack, though, because it's co-op. I don't think it's online co-op, though, which might be a problem. It should be like fucking, goddamn Split Fiction, where when you buy the game, it gives you 2 copies of it. That's a great business strategy. When you buy Split Fiction, it gives you a copy to send to your friend. That's fucking incredible. I wish more games did that. I know Halo 3 used to have a 4-player bundle, if I remember correctly, where some places would sell you 4 copies of Halo 3 at a slight discount to fucking give to your friends, because it was like Halo 3 was specifically built to be like 4-player co-op enabled, because there was a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Because all the custom stuff that was built for the 4-player campaign. Because Halo 3 either wants to be playing with 2 people or 4 people, not 3. Granted, there is some stuff in single player that I think is like cool. That like, the Arbiter doesn't have any voice lines in fucking Halo 3 if you're not playing single player. Like, what the fuck? The Arbiter went from being like the Dutro protagonist to being just like a character who exists. It kind of sucks. Halo 2 probably still has the best story out of all 3 Halo games, but Halo 3 plays the best, so eh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let the credits roll, but I'm not gonna fucking say shit because I'm drinking my drink. And I don't have anything to say about the credits. They're credits. But I am gonna let them all play, because that's what I do whenever I finish a game, because I respect the people who made it, to an extent. Not always the publisher, but, you know, the people who actually worked on it, at least. That being said, Capcom's one of the better ones, at least about some things. Companies have a lot of complications when you're like, oh, that's a good company. Usually the fact that they're a company kind of means that they aren't, but, you know, whatever. I think Sega's a little better than most about consumer friendliness. At least Sonic Team is. Sonic Team doesn't give a shit about what you do with their stuff. I know the guys who do the Yakuza games and the Atlas half of Sega, because it's Sega Atlas now, they're a bit of a stickler about things, but Sonic Team's like, oh, they don't give a shit. They have a packet you can download on the Phantasy Star website for if you want to get a bunch of like stream overlays and backgrounds for recording video footage of Phantasy Star, and they have tons of like creator collaborations and shit. I mean, when Phantasy Star Online got shut down, people brought it back and Sega was like, yeah, okay, we don't really care. Do whatever you want. Like, they're super friendly about Phantasy Star, which I really appreciate, because it's one of my favorite video games. I fucking love Phantasy Star. Not just PSO2, like the whole series. Yeah, there's your little bit. It's not even the same part as the mod that we were on before. What the fuck? Yeah, and 6 just fucking sits there, because where the fuck is she gonna go? Kind of spoils your triumphant return, doesn't it? I forget what happens when you let it zoom in all the way. I don't think anything happens, actually. This would make for a really cool dynamic background on, like, the PlayStation or something. Am I the only one who's surprised by the fact that the PlayStation 5 doesn't have any, like, good backgrounds? Like, what the hell? There's, like, 6, and from what I've seen, you can't really download any from the store. It's like how the Switch doesn't have backgrounds. I fucking hate that shit. Whatever.